If your movement still looks like this in 2026, you're giving free kills, and I'm about to fix this. This isn't one of those top 5 random tips videos. This is the only COD movement tutorial you'll ever need if you actually want to win more gunfights. Because good movement doesn't just make you faster, it makes you harder to hit, harder to read, and way more annoying to fight. Before we even talk about skill, let's fix the biggest mistake people ignore: settings. If your settings are wrong, no amount of talent will save you. First important setting, always sprint on, go to basic, then scroll until you find it and turn it on. If you're still manually sprinting, you're already slower than everyone else. Second setting, fixed joystick on. This setting is actually one of the most important. Turning it on will make your joystick stay steady in its place instead of changing place every time you touch a different part of the screen and resulting into false movements and therefore getting you sent back to the lobby. Now let's talk about FOV. Higher FOV doesn't magically make you better, but it gives you better camera control and awareness. Too low and you feel slow, but if you set it at highest, everything feels extremely wide and you can see your enemies in crazy corners. This is usually an advantage for most players, as you can see your enemies while they can't. But if it feels shaky and uncomfortable for you, then try increasing it, but not at maximum. Find a balance where your movement feels smooth, not chaotic. And finally, sensitivity. You don't need crazy fast sensitivity for good movement. You need control. Smooth movement beats shaky movement every single time. Of course, those are not all, but those are crucial and main settings for every pro player. But if this video hits 10,000 views, I will make a full pro settings video for the next tutorial. And now that your settings aren't holding you back, let's talk about the movement mistake that gets people killed the most. Sliding is good, but sliding too much gets you killed. Most players slide into gunfights like this, and that's exactly why they lose. Sliding is not for attacking. Sliding is for repositioning. The correct timing is simple. Slide, then jump at the end to reset momentum. This keeps you unpredictable and avoids locking you into one direction.
The enemy has the bomb.
Я не успеваю их снять.
The enemy has the bomb.
Ну там у себя на базе.
О, снайпер.
Где?
Там. Все.
If you slide in a straight line, you become an easy target. Movement isn't about speed, it's about angles. This right here is where most gunfights are actually won. Strafing. Not spamming, not panicking, small, controlled, left-right movements. Your goal is not to run away, your goal is to break the enemy's camera. Good strafing forces your opponent to constantly adjust their aim, and every adjustment is a chance for them to miss. Here's the secret most people don't realize. Good movement isn't speed, it's unpredictability. If you strafe in a pattern, good players will track you. So mix it up. Short strafe, pause, switch direction. Make them guess. Once you understand the basics, you can start combining movement. Slide, jump, strafe. Jump peek, crouch, reposition. If you don't know how to do those techniques, all you have to do is watch this video where I explain many pro and advanced movements. These combos are not meant to be spammed. If you spam advanced movement, you become predictable again. Use these only when you need them, to escape, to reset a fight, or to finish someone who's panicking. Movement is a tool, not a flex. Now, let's expose the habits holding most players back. Mistake number 1, jumping or sliding in straight lines. You slide, jump, land, and get deleted. Most players think that once you're moving, you're invincible, but that's totally wrong. To make it right, you have to be unpredictable. As I always say, make them loose their aim. Mistake number 2, standing still while ADS. If you're not moving, you're an easy target. Always move your joystick left and right towards 11 and 1 o'clock. This makes your character look like this in your enemy's POV, and in this situation, only Baylor can manage to shoot you. Mistake number 3, and this one hurts. Sliding into every fight. Yeah, I know those moments. Adrenaline is flowing like ever, and all you're focused on is deleting anyone who comes in your way. But let me tell you, as someone who gets cooked in that situation twice a minute, sliding in this situation is the worst thing you could do. Instead, focus, adjust your aim, and maybe you can show off later when you've hit Baylor Impact. If you do even one of these, you're making the game harder than it needs to be. Here's what I want you to remember. Movement isn't about looking sweaty. It's about controlling the fight. If you control the angles, if you control unpredictability, you win more gunfights, even against better aimers. If this video helped you win even one gunfight, then you already know what to do. And if you want a part 2 where I break down advanced movement in Battle Royale, let me know.
Já foi.